Welcome, and this is 3.2 with Mr. K's. We are looking now at the roots of Hinduism and Buddhism, two religions that were born in India. Now, the last time we talked about India, we looked at the Aryans, who were light-skinned folks, coming through the Khyber Pass and attacking and taking over the darker-skinned local Indians in northern India. Hinduism is going to develop as a blend of Aryan traditions and local Indian traditions. To begin, Hinduism has no founder or single set of ideas. It is a blend of what I just talked about, the invaders who are light-skinned and non-Aryan traditions. Since they didn't have any writing back then, it's a lot later that commentaries on the Aryan Vedas or hymns are written, called Upanishads. It describes their religion in a general way. A Hindu believes that he is on a journey, and his goal is a perfect understanding. Now, it might take several lifetimes to get there. Moksha is the state where you stop being reborn into another life form. So reincarnation and moksha are kind of twined together. Reincarnation is your soul lives on. Your body dies, but your soul lives on, and at death, you are reborn into another life form. Could be human, could be animal, but you hopefully spiral up towards moksha, perfect state of understanding. And when you have that perfect state of understanding, you cease to be reborn, and you blend in, your soul blends in with the universal soul called Atman. During your life, you want to be as good as you can, because if the good deeds outweigh the bad deeds, you will obviously be reborn into a higher form and move towards moksha. So you're born, you die, you're born and you die, and you're born and you die. Karma explains how your rebirth takes place. If you do more good than bad, you'll go up. If you do more bad than good, it's going to take you longer to reach moksha. In the pantheon of gods, Hinduism being a polytheistic religion, there's three main gods: Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. Now, isn't it funny that there's a creator and a destroyer god, but the Hindus would say, aren't you born and die? Isn't your body destroyed? So they would say Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu have places in the life of a person. And there's thousands of other gods and demigods. Hinduism ties in with the caste system, which is a hierarchy. You're born into a high, middle, or low caste, and you stay there. And they would say, if you're a high-born caste, that means that you probably were good in your previous life, and that dominates your present life. An offshoot of Hinduism is Jainism. They believe in nonviolence. Even if they're attacked, they believe in not fighting back. They believe in tolerance of all faiths, and they believe that it's important not to kill. So even stepping on a bug would be bad karma for you. So they take great pains not to step on bugs and kill other animals. Now, Buddhism, it's an offshoot of Hinduism, founded by a gentleman by Siddhartha Gautama, who is a prince in a northern Indian kingdom. And his folks, before he was born, went to an oracle and they asked for their fortune. And the oracle said, "You will give birth to a son, and if he stays at home, he will be a great world ruler. But if he travels, he'll be a great spiritual man." So guess what they did? They kept him at home. For 40 years, he stayed at his father's kingdom. He married, he had a child, but at age 40, he grew restless, and he wanted to go on a quest for truth or enlightenment. So he puts on pauper's clothes, leaves his family, and goes in search of enlightenment. Eventually, he becomes known as the Buddha. the Buddha. And he comes upon 4 noble truths. As he leaves his kingdom, he comes upon a dead person. Ew. And he goes down the road and he sees a person sitting by the side of the road crying, and he comes to the understanding everybody suffers. He also comes to the conclusion that suffering is caused by wanting things or desire. His 3rd noble truth is, well, to end suffering, end desire. Don't want anything. And then follow the 8-fold path. Those are the 4 noble truths that Buddha espoused. Instead of reaching moksha, he would say we need to reach nirvana, where we come to a perfect understanding, and there's a release of selfishness and pain, and you attain bliss or eternal happiness, and that can come through meditation. Now, the Buddhists accept reincarnation, but they reject the many gods of Hinduism, and they didn't like the caste systems. They rejected that. They emphasized mission activity, so they go out and they preach and they teach. There is a priesthood. Monks and nuns beg for food. They perform religious ceremonies, and some of them even live in monasteries, so they live a very simple life. Buddhism did spread eastward towards China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Mongolia. It becomes popular with poor people because it offers hope. It does not stay as popular in India as it stays popular in Eastern Asia. And it spreads obviously through missionary activity and through traders. Well, this is the end of 3.1. This is Mr. K's. Well, no, I think there's a little bit more. Both Buddhism and Hinduism share pilgrimage sites. Sorry about that. One is called Varanasi. That's for the Buddhists. Benares for the Hindus, and that's the same city. It's right along the Ganges River, and that's where Hindus like to burn the bodies of their dead and spread them along the river, ensuring that they will spiral up towards moksha, because the Ganges River is a manifestation of God. Well, this is Mr. K's now, and I'm out with 3.1. See you down the river.